Pre-flight checklist.
Oxygen.
Tested 100%.
Tested 100%. Flight instruments.
Set and checked.
Heading 029. Altimeter 2926. Parking brake.
Set.
Pre-flight checklist completed. Checked.
Aorus 6732, contact UAE Center on 125.925.
Over to UAE Center on 125.925, and now it's 6732.
Dubai Delivery Qatari 1015 has information echo requesting IFR clearance to Hamad.
I'll have your clearance in just a second. Qatari 1015, information echo is current. Cleared to Hamad via the Nabai 3 Foxtrot departure, then as filed. Departure runway 30 left. Initial climb to 4000. Departure on 122.5, squawk 3411.
Dubai clearance, Qatari 1015. Cleared to Hamad via Nabi 3 Foxtrot departure, then as filed. Runway 30 left. Climb to 4,000 feet. Departure frequency 122.5. Squawk 3411.
Qatari 1015, read back correct. Ground will be on 118.35.
Hi Khadija, we are ready for pushback. Please make sure all passengers are seated with their seatbelts fastened.
Okay, Captain. I will ensure all passengers are seated with their seatbelts fastened.
Dubai Delivery Qatari 1015, could we get runway 30 right for departure to reflect real-world operations?
Qatari 1015, runway 30 right is approved for departure. Cleared to Hamad via the Nabi 3 Foxtrot departure, then as filed. Initial climb 4000. Departure on 122.5, squawk 3411.
Dubai ground Qatari 1015 at Delta 2 requesting push and start.
Qatari 1015, push and start approved. Contact ground on 118.35 for taxi clearance.
Before start checklist.
Flight deck door closed and locked. Passenger signs. Off. MCP.
Emirates 817. Contact tower on 118.7.
Over to tower, Emirates 817.
Emirates 4 Alpha Juliet. Contact tower on 118.7.
Set and checked.
Takeoff speeds.
Set and checked. Set and checked.
Over to tower.
CDU
Emirates 4 Alpha
pre-flight.
Juliet.
Completed.
Completed. Trim.
Set and checked.
Taxi and takeoff briefing.
Completed.
Beacon. On. Before start checklist completed.
Start sequence is right, then left.
Checked.
Cockpit to ground, we have been cleared for push and start, requesting face northwest.
Ground to flight deck, truck standing by. Release parking brake and will push you to face northwest.
Checked.
Bypass pin inserted. Just let me know when you're ready to start the pushback.
Ready for pushback, thank you.
Ground to flight deck, release parking brake. Truck standing by for pushback to face northwest.
Aeroflot 531, contact UAE Center on 125.925.
Ground to flight deck, cleared for engine starting sequence.
Ladies and gentlemen, a warm welcome aboard Qatar Airways Flight 1015, departing from Dubai to Hamad. My name is Khadija, and on behalf of the captain, Luis, and our first officer, Stephanie, as well as my fellow crew members Aisha, Omar, Fatima, and Khalid, we are delighted to have you with us today. We expect a flight time
Start
of
right engine.
approximately 41 minutes as we travel a distance of 204 miles, cruising at an altitude of 22,000 feet. Before we take off, I would like to take a moment to go over some important safety information. First, please ensure that your seatbelt is fastened. To fasten your seatbelt, insert the metal tip into the buckle until you hear a click. To unfasten, simply lift the buckle. We recommend keeping your seatbelt fastened whenever you are seated, as unexpected turbulence can occur. In the unlikely event of a loss of cabin pressure, oxygen masks will drop down from the panel above you. To use the mask, pull it towards you to start the flow of oxygen. Place it over your nose and mouth and secure it with the elastic band. Remember to put your mask on first, before assisting others. We also have life vests, located under your seats. In the event of an emergency landing on water, remove the vest from its container, place it over your head and pull the straps around your waist. To inflate, pull the red tabs. You can also inflate it by blowing into the tube. Please note that in the event of an evacuation, all luggage must remain on board. Our aircraft has 8 emergency exits which are located at the front, middle, and rear of the cabin. Please take a moment to locate the nearest exit to you, keeping in mind that it may be behind you. Thank you for your attention and we wish you a pleasant flight. Captain, the cabin is ready for departure.
Thank you, Khadija.
You're welcome, Captain. We're ready for pushback.
Start left
Ground to
engine.
flight deck. Pushback complete. Please ensure parking brakes are set. Standing by for confirmation of good engine start and report when ready for disconnect.
Checked.
Okay, ground, we have the parking brake set. We have a good engine start. You are cleared to disconnect. See you next time.
Ground to flight deck. Bypass pin removed. We've disconnected and crew is clear. You're good to go. Have a safe flight and see you soon.
Thank you. See you soon. Dubai ground, Qatari 1015 heavy requesting taxi to the active.
Qatari 1015, taxi to parking via Juliet, Juliet 3, Zulu, Kilo 11, cross runway 30 left, then M14B, M14A.
Taxi to parking via Juliet, Juliet 3, Zulu, Kilo 11, cross runway 30 left, then M14B, M14A, Qatari 1015.
Okay, we need to clarify here. So correction. Dubai ground, Qatari 1015 requesting taxi for departure to runway 30 right.
Ground, Emirates 517, taxi to the gate.
Emirates 517, taxi to parking via Mike 3, Alpha, Mike 1, Lima.
Mike 3 Alpha, Mike 1, Lima, Emirates 517.
Anti-ice off. Recall, checked. Flight controls.
Okay, flight controls check. Fully up. Check.
Eurowings 5
Ground
Delta,
equipment.
push and start approved.
Check.
Approved. Eurowings 5 Delta.
Fully down. Check. Fully left. Check. Neutral. Checked. Fully right. Check. Rudder fully left. Check. Fully right. Check. Clear.
Before taxi checklist completed. Checked.
Flaps 5.
Emirates 721 request pushback at engine start.
Emirates 721, pushback and engine start approved. Face southeast.
Pushback and engine start approved, face southeast.
Eurowings 5 Delta ready to taxi.
Eurowings 5 Delta, taxi to runway 12 right via Zulu, Kilo 2.
12 right via Zulu. Kilo 2 Eurowing 5 Delta.
Clear left.
Clear right.
Sky Dubai 2 Tango Golf, ready for push and start.
Checked.
Sky Dubai 2 Tango Golf. Push and start approved.
Push and start approved. Sky Dubai 2 Tango Golf.
Cabin secure.
Thank you. Before takeoff,
Sky Dubai 2 Tango Golf, ready for taxi.
Set and
Checked.
check.
Sky Dubai 2 Tango
Before
Golf.
takeoff checklist
Taxi to runway
completed.
12 left via Zulu 9er. Kilo, Lima 4. Mike, 1. Bravo.
12 left via Zulu 9er. Kilo, Lima 4, Mike 1, Bravo. Sky Dubai 2 Tango Golf.
Sky Dubai 1405, ready for push and start.
Sky Dubai 1405. Push and start approved.
Push and start approved. Sky Dubai 1405. Ground, Sky Dubai 1212, taxi to the gate.
Sky Dubai 1212. Taxi to parking via Kilo 6 Kilo.
Kilo 6, Kilo, Sky Dubai 1212.
Eurowings 5 Delta. Contact tower on 118.75.
1, 2, right.
Over to tower, Eurowings 5 Delta.
Dubai ground, Emirates 802 for request taxi.
Qatari 1015. Contact tower on 118.75.
Switching to tower on 118.75. Qatari 1015. Dubai Tower, Qatari 1015, evening. We're holding short of 30 right and ready for departure.
Qatari 1015, Dubai Tower, runway 30 right. Hold short of the runway, 7894 mile final. Qatari 1015, Dubai Tower, runway 30 right, wind 270 at 9er, cleared for takeoff.
Runway 30 right, cleared for takeoff. Qatari 1015.
Checked. Checked. Cabin crew prepare for takeoff.
Me 7901, contact ground on 118.35.
Ground D7901.
Checked. Check speed.
On taxiway, on taxiway.
Positive rate. Checked.
Qatari 1015, contact departure on 122.5.
Switching to departure on 122.5. Qatari 1015. Minhad departure, Qatari 1015. Evening, we're climbing past 500.
Qatari 1015, Minhad departure, radar contact, climb 4000 direct, Delta Bravo 570.
Climb to 4000, direct DB 570, Qatari 1015.
Qatari 1015, climb flight level 200.
Climbing flight level 200, Qatari 1015.
Nabra 67452, contact Riyadh control on 132.9er5. Switching to Riyadh control on 132.9er5, Nabra 67452.
Altimeters. Roger. After takeoff checklist completed. Checked.
Qatari 1015. Climb flight level 220. Navras 67452. Contact Baghdad control on 125.9er.
Climbing to flight level 220, Qatari 1015.
Over to Baghdad control on 125.9er. Navras 67452.
10,000. Shall we release the passengers?
Portable electronic devices may now be used, with the
Yes,
exception
please.
of TVs, radios,
Okay.
two-way transmitters, or any other device in a transmit mode, as these devices may interfere with the aircraft's communication and navigation systems.
Dear guests, we are now at a safe altitude and you are welcome to use your electronic devices. Please ensure that they are in airplane mode. Also, I would like to inform you that our onboard Wi-Fi service is now available. Enjoy your flight.
Set transition to standard.
Me 207. Contact
Set
UAE
altimeter to
center
standard.
on 125.9er25.
Standard set and cross-checked.
Switching to UAE center on 125.9er25. Me 207.
Hi Khadija, we have about 35 minutes of flight time remaining, so use about 15, maybe 20 minutes to hand out any snacks and drinks before preparing for descent. Thank you.
Understood, Captain. I will start the snack and drink service right away and ensure we are prepared for the end of the flight in about 15 to 20 minutes.
Emirates 721 on departure, request climb flight level 410.
Emirates 721. Radar contact. Climb via the SID. Qatari 1015. Contact UAE Center on 125.925.
Switching to UAE Center on 125.925, Qatari 1015. UAE Center, Qatari 1015. Good evening. We're climbing through flight level 190 up to flight level 220.
Qatari 1015, UAE Center, identified. Good evening.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have now reached cruising altitude on Qatar Airways Flight 1015, departing from Dubai to Hamad. We will be starting our snack and drink service shortly, and I must say, we have some delightful options for you today, including our famous chicken biryani and a selection of refreshing beverages. After the service, we will also have articles from the Qatar Airways shop available for you to browse. Thank you for your attention, and we hope you enjoy the service.
Qatari 1015, UAE Center, expect the Tosin 1 Juliet arrival. Descent in about 10 minutes.
Expecting the Tosin 1 Juliet arrival. Descent in about 10 minutes. Qatari 1015.
UAE Center, Saudi 560, flight level 260.
Saudi 560, radar contact.
I have control.
Checked.
Are you ready for the approach briefing? I have control. Are you ready for the approach briefing?
Go ahead.
Okay, we are expecting the ILS into runway 34 left in Doha. And as ATC instructed a few minutes ago, we are going to be vectored into the final approach fix for ILS 34 left, so there will be no star for this arrival. Just like Dubai, it's hazy and very hot in Doha. We're going to use flaps 2.5 and a VREF plus 5 will have us at 162 knots for final. Runway is dry, very long runway, plenty of braking distance, so we'll minimize brake usage and reversal usage. And then we will wait to see what the company assigned gate will be once we're on the ground. Haven't gotten any updates on gates yet. Any questions?
No questions. Checked.
I have control. Descent checklist?
Recall, checked. Notes, checked. Auto brake, RTO, landing data.
Set and checked.
VREF to go. No DH set. Approach briefing.
Completed.
Descent checklist completed. Recall, checked. Notes, checked. Auto brake, RTO, landing data.
Cancel checklist.
Roger.
Still working through some bugs here with FS2 crew. For example, she should have read auto brake 3, not auto brake RTO. So I think there's something buggy in the descent checklist. I noticed on all my flights, the mistakes and also the descent checklist starts repeating itself, so you have to cancel it verbally. We are only in the first release of the 777 first officer from FS2 crew, so there should be some updates coming up, as well as the actual animated first officer and an animated third crew member as well. So we'll see what happens with those updates. Qatari 1015, ready for descent.
Qatari 1015, descend via Towson 1 Juliet into Hamad.
Descend via Towson 1 Juliet into Hamad. Qatari 1015.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have now left our cruising altitude.
UAE Center, Egypt Air 905, flight level 340.
At this time, we kindly ask everyone to return to your seats, stow your tables, and fasten your seatbelts. Please note that the usage of the lavatories is no longer allowed. We appreciate your cooperation as we prepare for landing. Thank you.
UAE Center, Sky Dubai 5 Yankee Mike, flight level 260.
Sky Dubai 5 Yankee Mike, radar contact.
UAE Center, Aegean 956, flight level 340.
Aegean 956, radar contact.
Transition level.
Qatari 1015, descend altitude 2500, QNH 992.
Descending to 2500, QNH 992, Qatari 1015.
UAE Center, Saudi 550, flight level 360.
550, radar contact. Qatari 1015, contact Doha approach on 119.725.
Switching to Doha approach on 119.725, Qatari 1015. Doha approach, Qatari 1015. Good evening. We're descending through flight level 160 down to 2500.
Qatari 1015, Doha approach identified. Good evening. Expect the ILS runway 34 left approach into Hamad.
Expecting the ILS runway 34 left approach into Hamad, Qatari 1015.
Set altimeter to 992.
2929. Set and cross-checked.
Approach checklist.
Altimeters.
992 set.
2929. Set. Approach checklist completed. $10,000. Cabin crew prepare for landing.
Ladies and gentlemen, we'll be arriving at our destination shortly. If you are making a connection to another flight, please see the customer service agent meeting this flight or video monitors inside the terminal for connecting gate information. For your convenient safety, flight attendants will now walk through the cabin to secure it for landing. We'll be collecting all service items, newspapers, and any other items you wish to discard or may not be keeping off the aircraft with you.
Once we land,
also in preparation for landing, please turn off all electronic devices. Stow these devices and all other carry-on items. Please use caution when opening overhead bins as items may have shifted during our flight. Please stow your tray tables and return your seats to their upright position and check the security security of your seatbelts. We will be landing shortly. Thank you.
Qatari 1015, proceed direct PA SID. Cleared for the ILS runway 34 left approach.
Proceeding direct PA SID. Cleared for the ILS runway 34 left approach. Qatari 1015.
Qatari 1015. Contact Hamad Tower on 1180.025.
Switching to Hamad Tower on 118.025. Qatari 1015. Hamad Tower, Qatari 1015. Evening. We're established on the ILS for runway 34 left approach.
Qatari 1015, Hamad Tower, winds 05 at 5, runway 34 left, clear to land.
Runway 34 left, clear to land, Qatari 1015.
Flaps
checked.
5.
Final fix, 2,500 feet. Checked.
2,500.
Radar altimeter alive. Checked.
Qatari 1153, contact ground on 120.225.
Gear down.
Switching to ground. Qatari
Gear down.
1153.
Flaps 20. Flaps 25.
Etihad 19
Landing
Delta,
checklist.
short of runway 34 left.
Speed brake. Checked.
Hold short
Armed.
34 left, Etihad 19 Delta.
Checked. Set and checked.
Landing gear.
Down.
Flaps.
Set and checked.
Landing checklist completed.
Approaching. Minimums. $50. 30. 20.
Speed brake not up. Reversers normal. $60 knots.
Check.
Qatari 1015, welcome to Hamad. Contact ground on 120.225.
Flight, please remain seated.
Switching to ground on 120.225. Qatari 1015.
Aircraft is parked safely
Okay to clean
at
up.
the gate. This will be your indication it is safe to move about the cabin, gather your belongings, and disembark. We'd like to thank you for flying with us today. We appreciate your business and hope to see you again on a future flight.
Hamad ground. Qatari 1015. Evening. We've cleared runway 34 left and are ready to taxi to the gate.
Qatari 1015, Hamad ground. Taxi to C1 via Lima 9er. Kilo, Romeo, Charlie, Echo 1. Good day.
The local time here is 5:50
Taxi to Charlie 1 via Lima 9.
ask you to
Kilo Romeo Charlie Echo 1, Qatari 1015.
Final parking position. Thank you for flying with Qatar Airways Flight 1015 today. Did you know that Doha is known for its stunning skyline and the iconic Museum of Islamic Art? We hope you enjoy your time here. On behalf of Captain Luis, First Officer Stephanie, and the entire crew, we wish you a pleasant stay.
The 2-minute engine cooldown is up.
Qatari 70 uniform contact tower on 118.6.
Switching to tower, Qatari 70 uniform.
Cabin crew, prepare for gate arrival.
Okay, Captain, preparing for gate arrival.
Cabin crew, disarm doors.
Okay, Captain, noted that Kevin Crude is on door.
Ground Qatari 79er Whiskey, taxi to the ramp.
Qatari 79er Whiskey, taxi to parking via Alpha 9er, Foxtrot, Charlie, Sierra, cross runway 34 left, then Sierra 1, Sierra 2.
Alpha 9er, Foxtrot, Charlie, Sierra, cross runway 34 left, then Sierra 1, Sierra 2, Qatari 79er Whiskey.